Buenos nachos, amigos, and welcome to Hallyujuku, your number one stop for K-pop news. No, not really, but your K-pop, J-pop, something else, other things podcast, East Asian pop culture, all the goodness in between. I'm PD Rape, your man with no plan. Here with me, as always, is my partner in all this, Brandon Cooper, aka King Kaz. How you doing, Kaz?
I'm doing well.
We're here to talk about East Asian pop culture, as we do often.
I lost my Skype video, but that's
It's like, things are weird. Skype is weird.
it's always weird. It's always a travesty.
Yeah,
But it works, and you can't complain.
yeah, but we often do. Anyways,
Yeah.
that's all we've got because nobody bothers to make anything different. But yeah, we talk about East Asian pop culture as we do often. We're here. We start off every episode, like we always do, with what's new, what's caught our attention since we last gathered to discuss things. And Kaz, what's new? What's new with you?
New with me this week, if I can find it, is so there's a group, and I think we mentioned them. We mentioned that Cube was going to be doing a show,
Something like that.
and but we never got around to looking at it or checking it out and stuff like that. So I finally wanted to. They put out a new song, or they put out a new video a couple days ago or so. And I kind of wanted to kind of give a take and give them a listen and see what I thought of them. And so it's a group called Pentagon. They're on Cube Entertainment, and they're actually not bad. Or this one song that I've listened to from them so far is not bad. I know they've put out a mini called Pentagon. So that might be worth checking out if you like this one track from them. It's called Can You Feel It? And I really like it. It's very K-poppy, very the style that you're used to hearing nowadays from a lot of the boy groups, but I think it's done rather well. It's a very upbeat track, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's cool. It is very in the wheelhouse K-pop boy group. And yeah, well, as far as I can tell, this is the first time we've talked about it, at least looking in our doc, but about them. But yeah, it's very kind of, yeah, like I said, it's very in the wheelhouse K-pop, but it's done well. The execution is good. Like the marching band thing is interesting, even if it's been done before. Like the style, the kind of the choreography is cool. The video's cool. Despite it kind of being very limited in its variety of sets and like designs and stuff. But they make it. You can make it work. Kind of. They got that projection floor thing for the table that we saw in Rain's video, that Dirty 30.
Yeah.
Which is cool. But that's nice. I like it. It ain't bad. It ain't bad.
It's not.
It won't hurt you.
I might give a one or two of their other tracks a listen and see if they're worth paying attention to. Cube is known for putting out some pretty good stuff, and I guess this is a new front for Cube. They've never really done the large boy groups like this before, so this is kind of a new venture for them. It's not a new venture for the K-pop audience. We're used to large.
They do have B2B on there.
Mm-hmm.
So, but they don't have it to. I don't know how big this group is. I know
it's 10 members.
Yes,
I think. So this is 10
B2B
members.
is only 7.
Yeah.
So it's like.
But yeah, so this isn't new for K-pop fandom, but it's interesting for Cube. So we'll see where they go with this. Cube is kind of known for doing pretty good stuff, so I think this could be a pretty good group if managed correctly. They seem to have some pretty interesting sounds in their vocals that make for a fun kind of wash of different people. So we'll see where it goes, and I'll maybe bring some more tracks if they have some more stuff that I enjoy. So I definitely want people to go check it out. Let me know what you think as well of Pentagon from Cube Entertainment. Moving on from there. So I got the boy Double K with a new track called OMG. Yes, I know it's called OMG. Don't OMG. Pay too much attention to that because it's actually a pretty good song. This is another one of Doki's boys. So that means the song is featuring Doki because you're a friend of Doki. That means you have to have Doki in your track. But even with that, I like it's I don't know, it's fun. And then I like this track. It's a pretty good rap track. Definitely something worth checking out if you like Double K. Yeah. It's pretty fun.
It's very interesting. Also, the other feature on this track is actor Sun Guk, who is like Sun Guk, who's a singer who debuted as a singer, but definitely this was. I don't know why it is, but because it's not like I've heard his music before, but I think I've heard like his stuff as being more a different style. But his being this kind of singer, where he's kind of the dean of this song, you know, like the in that kind of approach and style, kind of was a surprise to me, but it was cool. Like the song is a fun little like, you know, club jam. You know, Doki is still Doki. And I've said my piece.
Doki will always be Doki.
Yeah. I do enjoy. I did somebody Microdot was on Happy Together recently, or at least that the KBS World upload that was up recently was of his episode of Happy Together. And they showed the old footage of him and Doki as like 13, 14-year-olds, like on some show where they were like in a hot tub doing some kind of experiment.
Oh yeah, that's the same thing they always show.
Yeah, like that classic footage is of them too. It's like I like that. I like to think that when I think Doki is his dumb little 13-year-old self. It looks the same, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a cool track.
No, yeah, definitely a cool track. It's worth checking out if you're into Korean rap or if you're just into Double K. No, there you go. I don't know. I like the track. I like the beat. I like the flow. It's really it's just fucking fun. So go check it out. Double K, OMG. Let's go. So last but not least, a track I wasn't sure about because 17 is hit or miss for me. So this is a track from 17. It's called Boom Boom. And I actually enjoyed it. I actually not really, but I actually enjoyed this more than I thought I was going to. Mm-hmm. Because, like I said, 17 is very, very, very hit or miss for me. So this is one that is on my radar as like, oh, good job, 17. So definitely worth checking out if you're into 17, which at this point everybody is kind of into 17.
At least a lot of people internationally like are super into them as their like group to save to promote.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is about 17 that has kind of won people over. But they have won people over.
I think especially internationally, especially like the international K-pop fans, especially on the internet. The fact that they have such a big hand in the like the composing and the writing of the songs and like their choreography and stuff like that, they eat that up. They love to like let's just be honest, the international K-pop fans love to like when they get these like people that are so hands in their and are creative and creative process. They love to like sometimes they love to celebrate that, and maybe sometimes like to overrate that a little bit. Sometimes, if we're gonna be honest, they talk about maybe get into too much of a like, oh, he's a true artist. I'm like, it's like no, it's the same people that call same kind of people that would lean towards calling CL real hip hop or some shit like that. Like, but it's I think it's on some level really warranted with 17 because I think they do a pretty good job.
Yeah.
They're young and they like you said they're not always like the greatest, but they've consistently been good. Like I've yet to hear a 17 song that I've really hated, and they're well made. I would say if you're gonna, I don't
think we like their release track very much.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember it. But I don't have negative thoughts at least on them about them now. And if we were to say anything about it, this one is that oddly enough for a song called Boom Boom, this song never really explodes. Never kind of like you always if you're gonna knock it for something, you're always waiting for that next level to hit that next level, but that never comes. It just kind of like is there most of the song. It just kind of never hits that next like true boom. And that's fine. I mean, if it had that moment where it kind of hit into overdrive with the energy it was building up, it would have been a really great song. It would have been something that we really would have enjoyed. I would have enjoyed. So I think in that respect, it was a missed opportunity. But it's not a bad song though.
Yeah. And if you like PD, only like the dance version of things, I think there is a dance version of this that exists on the 1K channel, which is what we have linked here anyway. So you can go check that out.
Yeah.
Is it on here? Yeah, mirror choreography for Boom Boom. So I always tend to like those. I was gonna link that, but I figured I'd link the video version. As you know. That's what it is. So there's a lot of content out there for you to go check out. Up 17, if you have not heard of them, and if you're listening to this show and you haven't heard of 17, that's fucking weird.
That's weird. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah. As far as what's new with me, just a few
what
songs.
is Pete bringing to the table?
Not a lot of stuff. Some interesting tracks. Something that's technically not K-pop or anything like that. But connected because it's a featuring track. Far East Movement came out with their newest album recently, which a lot of people are aware of because they're into pop music. Far East Movement, of course, being I believe the like a G6 variety. And I think other songs. I'm not sure. I'm not as familiar with them, but they had quite a few, with their latest album, they had a couple of actual like K-pop featurings on there. I believe Chanyeol was on a song. I don't know if I think it may have been in consideration for me putting it on the show, but I don't know. I don't think I talked about it on the show. There was I think Hyodin of Sistar was also on a different track. But this one they just released a video for this track, Don't Speak. Featuring Tiffany and King Chain, and it's a fun song. It's a cool kind of a cool EDM style track,
Euro poppy.
Yeah, Euro pop. Yeah, and I think it's well done. It's very well made. It's a cool song, and I think it does a very good service to Tiffany's vocals. Like she shines pretty well on the track, and while still not kind of like, she shines in this track. And I think when the production work fits around her song, she really does shine generally. She's done a really smart job of picking the styles of music to do on her own. She doesn't pick songs where she relies on her power vocals or her belting, because she knows that that's not her strength. She just kind of plays to her strengths, and she does a good job because she's a good singer. And if she, if the production work plays to her strengths, I don't know. What do you think, Kaz?
I mostly enjoyed it. There are some parts of it that I didn't like, but overall I liked it because I kind of liked that Europop sound a bit. But it was just, I don't know. It was interesting.
Yeah. It's interesting. The video is interesting because everybody's focused on like how it references her audition video. I was mostly focused on the fact that it was centered on her having a dance audition, and she barely dances in it at all.
Yeah.
She basically just stands and does some poses, and then a bunch of backup dancers do an elaborate fan dance around her. And then she gets applauded at the end of the video, which I almost feel like it's probably supposed to be ironic. I don't know. It feels like satirical, but it's not. It was just odd, and it was kind of funny. But overall, I think it was a cool song, and Tiffany shines really well, and I hope it does well for her. And I'm glad to see her in things and back on social media, not letting the haters get her down. Because goddamn it, it's just a stupid Snapchat filter. Just a stupid Snapchat filter. It was dumb. But at some point, you gotta let it go. You can say it was a bad idea. You can be mad, but at some point, you gotta let it go. But yeah, moving on. Speaking of we talked about people from things and things. I don't know. I have no segue. AOMG's girl. AOMG's leading female vocalist, their hot free agent signing from a couple years ago, Hoodie, is out with her new EP, On and On, and she came out with a new track, By Your Side, featuring Jinbo. In fact, the EP, I saw some track listing, has some cool features. It has Jay Park on there, it has Doki, because of course. It has a couple of things, but this one is By Your Side. It's an interesting, cool song. Like the style of it is interesting. It's kind of chill. The video is very interesting.
The video is weird.
Yes, weird. But ultimately, it's a fun experience. Overall, the main thing is the song is cool. Hoodie is a really cool singer, and the style of the song it catches your attention really well. Yeah, what do you think, Kaz?
I like the song. I liked most. I enjoyed the song overall. I will say the video threw me off a bit, so I had to listen to it a second time. But no, I definitely enjoyed it like a lot, and I found it really, really. I liked it for kind of its chill vibe, but I very lately have been looking for more upbeat music because it's kind of for those not to know, it's the video game season where you climb the ladders,
yes.
To see where you rank up. So I tend to like more upbeat stuff during this time of year. So the kind of chill stuff just doesn't register for me the same right now, but I still definitely enjoy this. This is something I want to put in kind of a rotation to listen to a little bit more often when I get a chance.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, very interesting twist ending to the video, and like the whole dramatic and cinematography thing is really cool. Very interesting visuals throughout the whole video. Yeah. But yeah, moving on to somebody else who's I think we've talked about before. Yeah, we've definitely talked about her before a bunch of times. Yeah, Haze, with her new track, Jubiel or Star, come out with a new track, new album, new everything. And I enjoyed it. This is again another chill track, another kind of more kind of laid back style song.
PD's feeling laid back right now.
Well, yeah, K-pop is feeling laid back. It's winter. This is what we're gonna get. Like, this is what we're.
Oh God, the ballads are coming.
Yeah, the ballads are all here.
We just got rid of them.
No, the ballads are here. We just are trying to like. This is us like going through that sea. This is me going through that sea of ballads and like, oh no, fuck, oh Taeyeon, fuck that shit. Like oh no, it's like me wading through all that and getting the best that I can get because the ballads are here. The ballads are here. But this is still cool. This is a cool song. This is chill song. This is Hazy is really cool. It has a really cool style. She obviously features herself as a rapper. And it works well. And the video's interesting and spacey and like far out and groovy. I don't know. What do you think?
This one I didn't like it as much as the other ones. Like, and I kind of, because these weren't, I didn't naturally come across these. I came across these because we do this show. I kind of compared it to the last track a little bit.
Yeah. And
it's like, oh man, I like that kind of thing more than I like this kind of thing. And I think if I maybe heard this just on its own, like kind of just naturally, I probably would have enjoyed this a lot more. But when you're kind of going through songs and you kind of picked very female prominent songs this week, it's hard to not compare them to each other. And I don't know. I enjoyed the vocals and the beat and all that kind of stuff of the other two more than I kind of did this one. I think this one is just a little too slow paced for me right now.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's bad in any way.
Yeah. It's definitely more of a low tempo kind of like chill song, kind of more of a groove song. Just kind of like spacey, Star. Yeah, it works well. But yeah, definitely we're still it's wintertime. All the ballads are here, everybody's sad and everybody's got seasonal affective disorder, everybody it's blizzards and shit, and I'm like everybody wants to huddle up into the coffee shop and be all mopey. I'm like, this is what we're gonna get. But yeah. Yeah, that's all for what's new with us.
Yeah.
With the music.
Yep.
Now we get on over to our headlines. So join us over there, won't you? Remember which button to press. What? Ha! I kind of miss my MML mouse. It used to be a lot easier with that. The G600 with all the buttons by the thumb. It's like, phew, phew. But yeah, headlines. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our headlines. Topical topics, things going on in the world of East Asian pop culture. Fun happenings and goings on. First headline, hot breaking, serious news. Sulli drags Choiza on Instagram for eating hot shit in Hong Kong. Choiza was in Hong Kong for Mama 2016. We'll get to Mama 2016 in a bit. And while there, all he wanted to do was eat spicy crab and show everybody on Instagram how much he enjoyed the dish. Unfortunately for Choiza, he spelled spicy crab as spicy crap, which is understandable. Understandable mistake. But of course, Sulli.
I make a lot of spelling mistakes in my fucking social media fucking things all the time.
Exactly.
And like, I'll tweet it out with mad confidence or Instagram with mad confidence. I'm like, awesome, man. That great post. Holy shit. Look at it like 2 minutes later, and I'm like, fuck. You're just like, oh, great. Fuck. Thanks, man.
And that's fine. You beat yourself up, but it's even worse. Choiza had somebody else to beat him up for him because Sulli ended his life by pointing out that he likes to eat hot shit. She went ahead and translated hot spicy crap to realize what it had translated to, and started making fun of him. He said, reposting it, I think on her own Instagram, with a caption that said, "My boyfriend is eating spicy crap in Hong Kong," in Korean. Actually, spicy crap. Like, yo, my boyfriend is eating spicy crap in Hong Kong. And with another one showing
Can we take a moment to look at that dish, though?
Oh yeah.
Like, scroll down to the bigger picture, man. You're doing it injustice. There we go. Yeah. Look at that. That's something right there. Now it looks like a hot fucking mess.
Yes.
Like,
but that looks like, you know what? That means it looks like real food.
Yeah. Oh man, could you think like we're not eating on the show. It's one of the things we've been barred from. But just that with like some good chips, and like you just scoop and eat with some Okay.
Yeah.
As you were saying, she lit him up. She lit him up in the social media in public. Like you could have quietly been like, "Hey, you fucked up. Like you fucked up, right?" And then you just like, "Oh shit, let me fix that." But nah, she laid him out in the streets is what she did. She was like, excuse me, just so you know, this motherfucker don't know how to spell. You need to check this shit. If you ain't see it, I'm saving it for posterity. I'm gonna fucking frame it and put it up for the world to see. She roasted him in the streets.
Yes, and it's fantastic. It's amazing. And I love that she no longer. I still love that Sulli has stopped caring, has stopped giving a fuck. She no longer has any more shits to give or fucks. Like, her shits and fucks supply has been run dry, and she's openly just talking about her boyfriend, her relationship. She's just putting out fun stuff on her Instagram. She's just living her life, and I think that's all the better for her. I think this is why she's so happy right now, because she's just let go. Like, she doesn't give a fuck anymore, and that's just fantastic. Yeah. Oh my god. But yeah. Public roasting.
Oh yeah, no. I am a fan. I am a fan of public roasting, man.
Yes.
I am a fan of it. It's some good shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Good job, Sulli. I love her. Keep doing you. She's also apparently. Oh, on the term of Sulli, apparently she's going to be in a movie with Kim Soo-hyun. It's the rumors are that she's doing her own bed scenes, and with not using a body double, because she just wanted to do it. Just like, fuck it, I'm not an idol. I'm not an idol anymore. So she said fuck it, and no, she was not quoting the new Big Bang song that's coming up. That's a whole different kind of fuck it. That kind of fuck it is what Taeyeon's stylist said when they were coming up with his hairstyle for this upcoming comeback. But that's neither here nor there. We'll discuss it probably next week when that song comes out, and we can publicly roast Taeyeon for that hair of his. Because, goddamn, have you seen that picture? No. But yeah, moving on. G-Dragon is Jaden Smith's inspiration, which makes a lot of sense if you think about it.
No, it doesn't. No, at that headline, I saw the headline and I was like, no, it doesn't. No, you can't defend this. You can't. So go ahead and try to defend this. I'm going to tell you how you can't. I'm going to tell you what can't.
2016. Remember having just watched G-Dragon. G-Dragon. Jaden Smith tweeted, G-Dragon is my inspiration. And so this seems odd, but when you think about it, the connection totally makes sense, at least according to Agent Junkie. If you look at these classics, we know the greatest hits of Jaden Smith. How can mirrors be real if our eyes aren't real? Another classic. Most trees are blue. And another one. If everybody in the world dropped out of school, we would be a much more intelligent society. Yep, he on that cig of weed. Also, further note. G-Dragon tweeted him. He's like, good seeing you. Always pleasure. Let's do something. And somebody tweeted them. He said to say, do karate and say Yogi Butara. This is fun. But yeah, you had something to say.
So I could see how maybe Jaden Smith would see like, oh man, that G-Dragon guy is pretty cool. He has his own style, is very, very confident, blah, 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 blah. But outside of that, I think people are reading too much into it. Like, it's they're just trying, like, everybody's trying too hard to read too much into why this kid is weird, and it's just, there's no reason. It is what it is. Some people are just weird. Like, we're okay with G-Dragon being weird because he's a musician, but everybody's like, Jaden Smith's an actor. You know what? He's a kid who grew up in Hollywood. Of course he's weird. Like,
yeah,
that just is what it is, man. Like, and that tweet from G-Dragon, like, excuse me, I've worked with people before, so I know the hey man, it was great seeing you. We should do something together sometime. And you're like, yeah, why not? And then you're like, hey, remember? Whoa, I didn't really mean that. I just there were people around.
Let's have dinner sometime. Let's hang out more. Let's hang out sometime. It's like, it's definitely understandable. But that would be a fantastic. That would be an odd collaboration. Maybe not a musical collaboration, or maybe a fashion collaboration, or
maybe.
Something like that. Like, because that's G-Dragon has his hands in many pots. So it could be anything. It could be like a music video. You could star in the music video and do karate.
Mm-hmm. Oh God. Mm-hmm.
Or kung fu. And say he's the Karate Kid. Because it's all the same. Yeah. G-Dragon, Jaden Smith. Godspeed.
One day. We'll get there.
One day. But yeah, like I said, we were talking about Mama. Mama 2006 happened. 2006, but also happened. 2016, Mama. Mnet Music Awards. Mnet Asian Music Awards. It was a thing. It was a show. There were performances. But of course, it can't be Mama if they're in a hot mess happening. And of course, one of the things that was announced before the show was that there was going to be a collaboration with Wiz Khalifa and Taeyeon. Which seemed like an odd pairing until you kind of you realize what song they were performing. Then made sense because it was basically they had rehearsed Taeyeon singing the vocals on "See You Again," and that was the plan. And then the show came around, and it didn't happen. Taeyeon performed, and then Wiz Khalifa performed, and that's it. There was no collaboration. And then there's been a lot of back and forth about who backed out and who caused who and who's telling the truth. And we got snippets of the possible performance and the rehearsal, which made me realize how kind of a shame it was that it didn't happen, because it actually sounded really good. But ultimately, it was a lot of back and forth. But it seems like it was just like miscommunication, and it was probably Mnet's fault. But what sense did you get from it? Did you know about this happening? This latest event?
No,
weirdness?
no, I didn't know any of this, like the after drama or the during drama, but it does seem like either some miscommunication or mistiming thing or just something like that just seems odd, and just I don't know. I think it's one of those things where it's just maybe a confusion of culture and language, and then people just don't really know what to make of it. And shit happens, man.
Yeah. There's a great rundown. There's a longer article from Korea Boo, where they spoke with the team, with specifically DJ Bonix. But there's a nice and I have an article from Asian Junkie where they kind of highlight the important part, where he runs down what happened, things about the the communication on the files that they needed to use, on why not knowing that it wasn't quite the right file, or they saying there was the wrong file on the day of. A lot of things back and forth. A little bit of a not understanding that this is because they kind of, a lot of their stuff on Twitter was worded with them kind of pointing the finger a bit at Taeyeon, not understanding that she's not the one that makes the final decisions, because it's K-pop. The artist has little to no say about what's going on in their lives, really, especially their professional lives. So there's a lot of going back and forth on that. Yeah, I think the big thing is it was kind of a bummer that this collaboration didn't happen, because as we heard from those clips that we did hear, it was almost kind of like a perfect song for Taeyeon to sing, because her voice fits right in to that song, and she does it fantastically, and she has that really good clean power to her vocals. And I almost wish because there was an MR version, so they must have recorded it, so I almost wish we could hear that full version of her on that song, because I would love to hear her vocals on the entirety of the song. I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of a shame.
No, from what you said, it seems very interesting, and it seems like it could have been a really cool thing, even as much shit as we kind of gave it initially.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's a lot of they said, he said, she said, that they had said, that she said, that he had said, that they said, that she said.
Yeah.
And it's just dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it happens, and whatever.
Yeah.
One day.
One day. Yeah. I think that's that for that. But hopefully we'll see some. Hopefully we'll see you again. I don't know how to put a rejoinder on it.
You don't know how to transition out of this.
Yeah.
Just let me out. You gotta let me out.
Let me off this wild ride. But it's just another instance of the weirdness of 2016, because 2016 has just been weird. It's been crazy and weird, just everywhere. But yeah, I'm gonna finish off with the last headline with some positivity. It's just from an update from a story we haven't covered, but I still wanted to talk about it. SNH48's Tangaki. If you're unaware, quite a bit a while ago, she was involved with an incident in which she was severely burned through most of her body. There's footage and there's pictures. If you want to go seek them out, just be warned. It's not pretty sight. So you don't really see much. You just see like there's some like security footage and some pictures from far away, but it's still unsettling. But we did get updates. She's been kind of going through the recovery and fortunately doing well. So we're seeing that at the start of August, it was revealed that she's now able to eat and walk on her own power. Though her eyesight was a bit spotty, in the middle of September, there was another update that she was getting the eyesight problem fixed. By the end of September, there was a video posted of Taeyeon doing physical therapy, which is a good sign. She's moving under her power, doing, going on a treadmill, doing some working out. Then another video taken in the beginning of November, she rides an exercise bike. The progress seems to be going about as well as could be expected. More importantly, her spirits appear to be high, and she seems determined, which are qualities that will assist her in getting back to a normal life, or maybe even returning to the stage like she wants. Yeah. This is hopeful. This is good and hopeful news, because burns are hard.
Yeah, it was a pretty odd thing that I kind of heard secondhand. So and I hadn't heard much since. So this is definitely a really good update. This is definitely good to hear that she's recovering. Everybody says that a lot of the posts from her have been talking about hopefully when she's fully recovered being able to get back on stage and do stuff. So I'm hopefully for her that's able to happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hopefully good things for her. You're finally recovering from all this. We still don't know what even happened. She insists that it was an accident she caused, but who knows if we'll know exactly what happened. But getting good news, good updates is always good. Like even this was something that like just in general affected me emotionally when I found out about it and was hearing the updates early on. Even though I barely know the 48verse. And of course, I'm not that familiar with the SN. This being the kind of the Chinese offshoot, former partner. I guess with that update we talked about a little while ago. Now no longer partnered, but yeah, not being as familiar with that, this still affected me just because of how gruesome of a thing that happened and how tragic and crazy and the fact that we're getting some good updates and some good news is good. So,
yeah,
keep going, monkey. Keep it up. I thought of fighting, but that doesn't quite. I don't know if that quite fits for Chinese. I don't know what is like the Chinese equivalent to fighting.
We'll have to ask somebody. We'll figure it out one day.
But yeah, keep it up. Good luck. Godspeed. Yeah. On that, hopeful note, that brings us to the end of another fantastic episode of Hallyujuku. Kind of a compact episode this week.
Yeah, nice and tight. It fits what's going on. There's not a lot going on right now, because we're entering ballad season. We're entering like kind of post-production for a lot of shows and things like that. We're trying to figure out dramas and things like that we want to do, because we were supposed to do I think 21 again, so we'll probably get around to that. It's just schedules have been really weird, but don't worry, we'll get on it.
We'll get on it,
clean it up. Yeah.
I might start working on doing another year-end recap, like we did. We did it for 2014. We didn't do it for 2015. I think we're just because we're just busy and we just didn't get around to it. And I think there's a lot to talk about this 2016. On this show we haven't even talked about what's going on with the president of Korea, and all that craziness. We laughed when those Korean dramas that did those like conspiracy plot lines where some person had influence over the entire government and was pulling his strings with the Blue House and all those things. We laughed when shows and called them unrealistic, and then oh shit, it actually happened. It was like a K-drama come to life. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm actually, I don't know if you'd be down for it, but I'm actually thinking we could do another year-end recap and like we did for 2014. Kind of do another fun little list. We'll see. We'll work on it.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll just let me know what I need to do, and I'll be there.
Yes.
Let me know what I need to do.
We'll do another doc. We'll do another doc, and we'll start working on it. But either way, we'll at least try to get to work on the dramas things and keep going on reviewing the shows we have to get back to and picking out some new ones and get back on that tip. But yeah, Kaz, besides that, what's going on in your world?
Nothing visual at the moment. A lot of background stuff. Trying to clean up some videos to post on that DKG YouTube channel that I could keep trying to get people to follow. So that there's actually stuff for people to look at. Other than that, not much. Check out Hallyujuku. Check out Sports Odds and Ends. A new, not new, but a sports podcast that I do with my good friend Jay Veazey, produced by our good friend DJM. Which talks about the odds and ends of sports. Not always the stories that get covered on 24-hour the sports cycles, not always the stories you hear, or sometimes the stories you want to hear a little bit more about, like why Draymond Green keeps kicking people. We talk about all those kind of things, and some esports as well, because those are actually sports, and those have news and odd things that happen in those as well. So it's an interesting journey that we get to take on this sports show of putting our thoughts to some of our favorite sports from people who aren't always the biggest sports fans. So yeah.
That's cool stuff right there. He's King Kaz. I'm Petey Rave. The show is Hallyujuku. Hallyujuku.com. KPopPodcast.com, Rebelli.net for this and other shows, Rebelli TV on YouTube and on Twitch and other places. We're on iTunes, we're on Stitcher, we're on Google Play.
Well, didn't I tell you, don't you know?
We're all over the place. Like, share, subscribe, do the things. Until next time, hasta los huevos. Fighting.
Give it to me straight, Doctor. Give it to me straight, Doctor. Why, I think you're crazy. Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.